What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another KeyForge Age of Ascension Sealed Vault Tour video from Gen Con 2019. This is the top four. We have Andrew on the left, Devin on the right. If you haven't checked it out, we already posted a bunch of games from this Sealed Vault Tour, so check them out at Rob's Gaming Table. It's all there in a playlist on YouTube for you. And we have Tesmol to start with Andrew. We got a Mother Gun on the other side, followed by a Beam Buckler, dealing 2 damage to Tesmol, taking him out. Then a Mars first to gain an Amber, then Reap with Beam Buckler, putting Devin at 2 Amber. On the other side, Chalet to Safeguard, Borden the Redeemed. And then it looks like a Shield of Justice and a Healing Blast just played for the 2 Amber there off both those cards. So the winner of this will move on to the finals. That finals you can check out over on Fantasy Flight Games YouTube channel. They played it on the stream. I was not able to record it, so you'll check it out there. And then we got Fila the Researcher, followed by Archimedes to draw a card off the play, off of their Fila's ability. Then a Sutterkin and a Hexbion on the right flanks there. And we got a Poke just for an Amber on Borden the Redeemed, followed by an Entropic Swirl, dealing the rest of the damage needed, and gaining a couple Amber there off that play, since it did have 2 keywords. And Heist Knight played there, but since Borden the Redeemed, who is a thief, Andrew just stated, is gone, he won't be able to steal one there. But it is an alpha, so he just gets rid of it there. It's no effect. We got Red Lock put into play there on the right flank, followed by Nerve Blast, stealing 1, dealing 2 to Archimedes. Got to get him off the board ASAP. Throwing Stars, taking out Fila the Researcher, gaining an Amber off that, and then 1 damage to Professor Sutterkin and Hexbion. And you see those Bouncing Deathquark mats. This was also, I believe, streamed on the Bouncing Deathquark stream from Gen Con. So if you want to hear someone with more competitive commentary, you can go check that out there. So we have a Lab Work played there, gaining an Amber, gets to archive a card. I don't know if you can see it on Devin's t-shirt there, but he is representing Team Reap Out. There's a bunch of players on Team Reap Out wearing the shirts at Gen Con. It's kind of cool to see everyone wearing their repping their team shirts. So Too Much to Protect, sealing 2, and 1 off of playing Too Much to Protect there, putting Andrew at 7 Amber, it looks like. And then we see Whistling Darts doing the Hexbion thing there, destroying Professor Sutterkin. Archiving the top card of the deck with Hexbion.
Check at 9.
And Andrew ends his turn at 9 Amber, says check. Devin forges for 6. Getting the first key of the game here.
You said at 9, correct?
So we got a Mars turn here off Devin, doing Mother Gun, revealing 3 cards there. Another Beam Buckler, a Resignator, and a Collector Worm. And destroying Bren the Fanatic, who will steal nothing since Devin just forged a key and sitting on no Amber. So great play there. And we got the Resonator increasing keys by 2, now by 4 since he has neighbors on both sides. With the Collector Worm out there on the right flank now, and the Beam Buckler coming in, dealing 2 damage to a Red Lock. And the other Beam Buckler will reap for 1 Amber. And no Forge, of course. Andrew's keys are increased by 4. Speaking of key cost increase, there's a Lash of the Broken Dreams hitting the table there on Andrew's side. So Andrew needs to do something to deal with this Mars board. Or I can bet Devin is going to just name Mars next turn and reap for 4. Maybe use some Collector Worm dirty shenanigans there on Chalet the Safeguard, but is he hazardous? No, he's just taunt. But you could fight him and send him to his archives. But then again, Devin does have a few cards in archives, so maybe he wants to take those back and not use the Collector Worm for that reason. So Banish for an Amber. And Collector Worm going to the archives. And we have a Blood Shard Imp put into play. Any creature reaps, it will be sacrificed. And a long decision there, deciding whether to play Tolus or not. But if a creature gets destroyed, its opponent gains an Amber. And it is elusive. It's a little risky of a card. I never know when to play it or discard it. It's a tough choice, obviously. And we see a Sucker Punch there on a Blood Shard Imp, gaining an Amber. And he archives Sucker Punch since it destroyed a creature, and then he gets 1 off a Tolus. So Devin going up to 3 Amber. Andrew sitting at 10. There's Nerve Blast, stealing 1, getting rid of Redlock. And gains another Amber off of Tolus, taking advantage of the Tolus. Then we got 2 steal off Ronnie Risk Locks, and just like that, Andrew's down to only 7 Amber now. And Devin is in check. There's a Whistling Darts, and Tolus is destroyed. Shelly's Safeguard will block that 1 hit with Amber, or with Armor, sorry. Then we got a Knuckles Bolton and an Umbra dropped in, and a Yahtzee Gang. So Devin in control here. He's in check with 8 for his second key. And Andrew unable to forge still because the Resonator is still out there, raising his key cost by 4. Does Andrew go dis here? Yes, he does, just to use Lash of Broken Dreams. And a Misery Exploit just gets rid of it out of hand, doesn't do anything since there's no damaged creatures. Then we have a Strek and a Tesmal drop down. And Devin is unable to forge since his key cost was raised there by 3 from a Lash of Broken Dreams. And Devin's going Shadows, takes his Archives. And there's that Sucker Punch to Strek. Sucker Punch going back to the Archives, gaining an Amber off playing it. As an Alpha there, the first card he has to play this turn. So he's at 9 Amber now. And what does he do here with his 4 Shadows creatures? I'm going to assume you steal there with the Yahtzee Gang. You might be worried about walking into it too much to protect. So Lamindra coming in beside the Resonator, giving the Resonator elusive, along with Ronnie Risk Locks. Just making it harder to get rid of that guy. Umbra's going to fight into Shelly's Safeguard. With Skirmish, doesn't take any damage back, does steal 1. Ronnie Risk Locks will fight into Shelly's Safeguard. Giving him 3 damage since the armor is gone. Another Skirmish creature, so no damage taken back. Yahtzee Gang will do his action to steal an Amber. And Ronnie Risk Locks will reap, putting Devin up to 12 Amber. Wow. So Andrew needs to get rid of that Resonator off the board. Needs to stop Devin from forging. And deal with the Shadows flood of creatures on the board. And that is a tall order to ask in 1 turn here. Does he have a board wipe? Checking the deck list here, which I did link below if you guys are curious. Let's see here. I don't see anything in Dis. I see a Spirit's Way in Sanctum. But a lot of cheap creatures, a lot of low-powered creatures is what I'm trying to say, on the board. I mean, he will take out some of them if he has the Spirit's Way. Yeah, this is Andrew who played earlier. He does have the double too much to protect in his deck. But is he sitting on it right now? Does he have it? Does he have Miasma? Can he stop Devin from forging and steal a bunch next turn? That would be pretty crazy. But I think he's got to deal with that board also, and that's the problem. Looks like Andrew is stuck here. Doesn't know which way to go. And he's going to take a peek through Devin's discard pile here. He's probably debating using the disc turn to go Tesmal. Stop him from using a house. Using Lash of Broken Dreams to make Devin forge that second key at least 9. And then maybe you can stop Devin from naming Shadows next turn. But of course, looking through the discard, he probably realizes Devin's sitting on I don't know, a handful of logos probably at this point. Maybe he's sitting on some Mars cards. Can go Mother Gun and use the Mars creatures in play.
I'm gonna go Sanctum.
So Andrew's going Sanctum. Gonna Blinding Light, stun all the shadows. Okay, here we go. It's slowing him down. Golden Aura on Tesmal. So he uses him like he's a Sanctum creature.
You can't go Mars next turn.
Reaps and says Devin can't name Mars next turn. And Child of the Safeguard will reap also.
You said I cannot pick Mars, correct? Yes, can't go Mars.
So Devin forging his second key for only 6. Can't name Mars. Has a bunch of stunned Shadows creatures in play. Says Shadows. Takes his archives, does the Sucker Punch, get rid of Tesmal, gains an Amber for playing that. Special Delivery, another Amber off playing that artifact. And I'm sure he'll just remove a bunch of stuns. And that's going to be it for the turn, but does put himself in a check with 8.
Take some chains.
Andrew gives Devin 3 chains off Binding Irons. And we see Yerk coming into play. He'll have to discard a card. Discards Protect the Weak, Lash. Stopping Devin from forging, making the key cost up to 9. Does he draw into any answers, though? Does he have too much to protect and a steal? And Devin's going to go Shadows. And there's the Sucker Punch on Yerk. That will just go to the discard this time. No archiving on Sucker Punch if you don't destroy the creature. Child of the Safeguard gets finished off by the Special Delivery and purging him. Umber will fight Yerk, steal an Amber. And Yahtzee Gang will steal an Amber. And 3 reaps off of the 3 Shadows creatures. 14 check. Miasma gains an Amber. And Andrew draws. But did he get the answer? Probably not. Does his body language is saying no.
Either way, but you draw one less. Oh, I'm so sorry. How do we resolve?
So it looks like Devin accidentally drew an extra card. Andrew says it doesn't really matter, though.
Did you rely on the fact that he had that many cards in his hand? Game's over. I got nothing.
And yeah, nothing left in Andrew's hand there, so he's eliminated. Devin will move on to the finals. Thank you so much for being here watching. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel over on Patreon. If you'd like to do so, click the link in the description below. Without you guys, these videos wouldn't be happening. And check out our Archon Vault Tours, from Gen Con 2019 coming up next on the channel. Subscribe for that. Tons of games from there. Either way, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.